Okay, we're live, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I am going to reopen this hearing to finish completing the docket. We had two items, number 2 and 3 on our docket, 660 Redford Street, and there is no applicant here and there were no briefs filed. And we are just going to take a moment as a board and have a short recess to decide whether we will hear these last two items on the docket. Okay, you could take us one, thank you.
All right, just a moment, please, Madam Chair.
Yes. Thanks so much.
I'll talk to you later. We're back online, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Jen, is that good? All right, the board has decided that we will hear these last two items, and Ms. Nichols, if you would read these properties out for us, thank you.
Okay, so the property is 660 Renfrew Street. Roll number is 1207027620. There were two appeals filed for two separate assessment years for this property. The first is for 2024 and then for 2025. Would you like me to read them separately?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'll start with the 2024 assessment appeal. This property is in the neighborhood of J.B. Mitchell. It's a one-story home built in 1957, does have an effective year built of 1987, living area of 1,030 square feet, full basement, which is finished, 2 full bathrooms, air conditioning, and a single detached garage. The assessed lot size of the subject property is 7,754 square feet, and it does have a rail line influence. The current 2024 assessed value of the property is $401,000. Pardon me, the comparables that I brought today are in an adjacent neighborhood for the most part, except for comparable number 4, which is in the same area. All of the properties are one-story homes, all built around the same time. So ages ranging, or year built, sorry, ranging from 1952 to 1958, and all of the comparable properties also have an effective year built. The comparable properties range in size from 1,096 square feet up to 1,114 square feet. All have full basements, which are finished for the most part, except for comparable number 1, which does not have a finished basement. The comparable properties all have air conditioning and garages. Comparable number 1 has a multiple detached garage instead of the single detached garage that the subject property has. lot sizes of the comparable properties range from 4,488 square feet, which is quite a bit smaller than the subject property, that's comparable number 4, up to 9,309 square feet, comparable number 3, which is larger than the subject property. Comparables 1 and 3 have the rail line influence, same as the subject property. Comparables 2 and 4 do not. The time adjusted sale prices of the comparable properties range from $399,400 up to $480,000. And so I do feel that the subject property at $401,000 does fall within the range of the comparable properties. Thank you.
I thank you, Ms. Nichols. Ms. Redmond, did you have any questions?
No, I do not. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Kress?
No questions, sir.
I also have no questions. And Ms. Nichols, you were not contacted by the applicant, correct?
I was not. I reached out by email. And check the date that I emailed. I reached out by email on October the 2nd, but I never heard back from the owner.
Thank you. And there is no applicant present, and nor was there any brief submitted. You would like to proceed, Ms. Nichols, to item 3?
Okay, so subject property is the same, but this is the appeal on the 2025 assessed value. So again, subject properties in JB Mitchell, all of the comparables are also in JB Mitchell, except for comparable number 4, which is in an adjacent neighborhood of Mathers. All of the comparable properties, as well as the subject property, are one-story buildings. The subject property is built in 1957. The comparables are built between 1955 and 1959, so pretty close. The subject property, again, has that effective year built, and all of the comparable properties, except for comparable number 3, also have an effective year built. Subject property is 1,030 square feet. All of the comparable properties are pretty close to that, ranging from 1,048 square feet up to 1,105 square feet. The comparable property, or pardon me, the subject property has a full basement, which is finished. All of the comparable properties also have full basements, which are finished. The subject property has air conditioning. All of the comparable properties also have air conditioning. The subject property has a single detached garage, and all of the comparable properties do have garages, although comparables 3 and 4 have multiple detached garages instead of the single detached garage that the subject property has. The subject property's lot size is 7,754 square feet. The lot sizes of the comparable properties range from 6,598 square feet, which is just slightly smaller than the subject property, up to 9,539 square feet, comparable number 4, which is larger than the subject property. Comparables 3 and 4 have the rail line influence, the same as the subject property. Comparables 1 and 2 do not have rail line influence, they have a school influence. The time adjusted sale prices of the comparable properties range from $426,100 up to $483,600. And the subject property's 2025 assessed value is currently $450,000. So looking at the time adjusted sale prices of the comparables, I do think that the $450,000 of the assessed value of the subject property is in line with the comparables and is fair. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Redmond, any questions to the assessor?
Just one, the fact that the subject property has 2 full bathrooms and the others either have only 1 or 1.5 bath, does that add to the assessed value of the property?
I think that would probably be a positive feature for the subject property. But the subject property is by no means at the top of this range of sale prices. So I do think that the value is still fair, even considering that difference.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
Any questions, Mr. Kress?
Questions I do.
I also have no questions. And again, with this, we have no applicant present and there was no brief filed. And you again had no replies to your emails, correct, Ms. Nichols?
Correct.
All right, and thank you. We've heard these last 2 properties and this hearing is now adjourned.
Okay, thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Ms. Nichols.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Ms.
you.
Nichols.
No worries.
See you again. All right, I will go take us offline, Madam Chair. Thank you.